Hello everyone! You're probably wondering, why are you in this crazy getup with the new colors and the new mask? The answer is I lost a lot of footage which was corrupted twice going to the Twilight Bell. So the Twilight Bell is done and the final level is done, and I got the hat off of, I got the mask off of a rift thing that I got on my second attempt to film the Twilight Bell. But now we're gonna go back and do the Twilight Bell. And I made a couple statements regarding how often I lose footage and have to redo shit like this. But you'll get that in the next episode. So you'll see the finale. I got all the footage for finale, which was not corrupted for the most part. Enough to put a coherent thing together. And this time... oh god. Oh god, no. Oh god, no, please don't! And this time I'm just going to show you where the Twilight Bell is and how to do that with my cool Majora's Mask little thing. Majora's Mask, of course, from The Legend of Zelda's Majora's Mask. And that's it. And I hate you. You've been repeating the same thing since we first started. Get out of my face. Get spooked on. Get spooked on with my spooky mask. You crazy bitch. Not you viewers. You crazy. I mean, like, if you want to be crazy bitches, like, that's really more of a compliment with me. So, like, most of my friends are crazy bitches. So, like, if you want to be a crazy bitch, that's okay with me. You want to call that, like, our like, go-to friend word? You want to, like, I could call you bitch nasty, magnificent bastard, crazy bitch. Like, I could do a whole bunch of stuff. And I like your word choice is slightly different from your friends. It's much less annoying. I still hate you, though. Oh god. I thought I would be able to get up there. Oh god, no! Oh god! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Nothing bad happened. So I'm usually of the opinion that using the mask is not the right way to go. This is clearly not the case here. This is like showing us that we needed to sell our soul to the devil in order to actually like get up here, aka the Snatcher. And now we're up here, and this not mask one is probably obviously a side path, which it is. There's a rift token up there. I'm not gonna climb up here now. It's just like climbing on this thing so you get to the top. No need to waste your time. I just, waste time explaining it. So let's hit this. And now I actually changed to the Mega Man gun, the Mega Man umbrella gun, so that way I could like stand back here and shoot at it like this. I mean, shoot at it like this, and shoot at it like this, and make it ring. And that way I have more time with it, you see? And then you just go up here, you just like go back here, and then you like do a little dash thing and do a little jump. And you jump to the top here, and then you cry because you actually ran out of time. But then you use your little mask thing that you have that's like a little cheat to get extra time, and then you sons of bitches. You grab all this, and you head into the Twilight Bell, which looks really snazzy up above. Heading there, you're like, oh hey, you look like a cool bell, and like, you're like, I have a Majora's Mask on, which is like a Zelda reference. Like this game is a Doctor Who reference and the Mega Man reference. And this guy's selling a Mumble badge, and then there's like a rift token up there, and that's all cool. You go here, and he's like,
if only I could reach it.
yeah, but you can't because the Twilight Bell is this way. I didn't mean to take that out on you. It's just like your cousins or brothers or whatever keep saying that to me. And now we're gonna go this way, and you're like, well, we already made a Majora's Mask reference. Might as well make like a Twilight Princess reference and visit Midna's shadowy realm. And here it is. Apparently the spook mask, the Twilight Bell is just a giant spook mask, which is why you always hear like the noise in the horror movies. It's just a Twilight Bell playing, baby. So you come here, and you're like, oh, how do I get across? Oh, we know that you went to the spoopy level, so we can give you the, oh fuck. We can give you all the swoopy stuff to do this mission. And you're like, holy crap, and you're like, awesome. So then you climb up this thing, and you're like, go this way. And then you're like, oh my god, where do I go? Oh, I just gotta run and jump. And you're like, oh, what are these things? They take away this half of your thing, so you have to like go on the outside. And this is a really awesome way to convey a new mechanic, because it's like, there's no chance of dying because of it, but there clearly will be very soon. So they're like introducing to you a safe environment, which is really neat because like they know you're confident enough in your puzzles at this point. So you just go on and climb up this stuff, and you head this way. And by now you're hopefully familiar with these being things that take away. But even if you're not, you're like stuck here, and you're like, well, I've been using this spoopy mask thus far, so maybe the spoopy mask will get me further. And sure enough, you now know that you need to use the spoopy mask in order to get past this. So this is like a spoopy mask tutorial, level. And you see this thing right there, it has a giant jingle jangle key on it, and you're like, oh fuck. So you just choose one at random, you either choose to go right or left. I always go this way. So, because right is alright, and then you're like, oh god, but these are gone, so you need to take off your mask when you jump up to here, and you have to have like timing. And this is why it was good to convey it in like a safe environment before. And now you know how all the mechanics work, and these are the main mechanics of this level. So now you know that these bells are, because of the way up here, you know that these bells are timed, and, hang on. Do I want to have the spoopy mask on? Yeah, I think I want to have the spoopy mask on instead. So, now you just go over here, and you're like, oh god, I don't have much time, and sure enough, you don't. I need to dodge, and I need to run, and I need to cry, and, I go here, and then I'm like, oh god, no. I don't have any time at all, but I made it here. And then you hit this, and you're like, yay! And then there's a horn here, and you blow the horn, but I've already blown the horn since I've done this level already. This horn activates another, of the things, and I'll mention that when we get to it. Oh, so I'm just gonna jump down here, because this is the other path. You see, if I had gone left instead of right, and if I'd gone right, I go up to that horn, which is absolutely necessary. Please, go get that horn if you're doing this level. Then I go left. This is the other part of the level, and you see this guy's... You will die if you fall down his thing now. So it's a good thing that they conveyed it before. I really like the game design there. So then you climb up this waterfall, come here. Now there's two of them that are like, oh god, you will fall through the floor if you don't pay attention and like solid snake it up. And then there's health ups, which are necessary if you fell down the floor. There's actually a yarn here that you just get by like doing this and falling down here, and then you can just climb it back up doing this. And I figured that like, you know, that one took very little time, so I might as well show it. And look at that little head right there, that little like fucking goat monster head ornament thing. I just want to mention it for later. It's not important right now, it just kind of looks cool. Then you just go through here and you're like, oh, it's another one of these, but this time I have to actually have the mask on while I do it. So now I'm waiting for him, and I'm gonna do something awesome, which is fuck you, and then run past, and then like let it chase me down because I can move at roughly the same speed as it. And now it's like those two are coming, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to use my mask in this one because it'll make my thing go away. So I'm just gonna wait for those two to like work together, and then I'm gonna dash through them. And then you see like, oh, this is a key. How the fuck am I gonna use it? Oh my god, there was that giant padlock on that one door that was in front of everyone. So now I just gotta make it back with this key thing. And I'm like, yeah, this is how this thing goes. So this is a blockaded path, and that's how it works. And you just keep on going. Just keep on trucking, and I'm checking to see that the thing is still recording, and it is. And I'm hoping that this video isn't corrupted, because I've already done this twice, and I don't want to have to do it a third time. It looks like it's going okay. I don't see any like frame drops or whatever. Now here's a checkpoint. So now you get to this area, and you're like, oh my god, what's going on here? And you're like, oh, well, it's clearly just turned on the thing. And there it is. Oh, it's shoved up the thing. So if I drop it, oh, it drops back down. So this is a timing thing. So now I go through, and I'm like, what are they teaching me that for? It doesn't seem very convenient for anything. And then you see this right here. You see another locked door, and you're like, huh, what are you supposed to do? Well, let me try doing this, and it falls through the thing. And I'm like, oh, so I need to find out a way to make it work. And then you keep going lower, and you find this other thing. Cool, well, I actually tried to jump through it first time, but then I'm like, I can't fit through this. I need to do something else. So then I did something else, which was this. And then you do this, and it falls down. And you made a little happy noise. So you're like, awesome. And then you go to the left, and before there was a hat thing over there, hat yarn. And I'm like, huh, I need to do that. Well, let me do this. Hang on, I know what hat I need this time. It took me 2 attempts last time because I was like, what hat do I need? Then you run here, and you're like, oh my god, it's growing. It's growing. And, oh, there was a huge barrier in my way, so you just go here. Whereas otherwise, you would just like, hey, let me show you what happens if you don't do that. If you don't do that, then this barrier's here, and you go like here, and you hit it, and then you like flip on top, and you're like, I'm the king of the world! And that's how that works. So now you got everything you need over here. So you just go over here, you jump up. Oh, right, I actually need the key. Fuck, I forgot about that. So, you need the key. You go over here. You jump over here. You do the same thing that you just did with the opening level, and you're like, or starting level. And you do this, it's up there, so you just go through here, and you're like, there's a key. Awesome, can I get that? No, I can't get that, because it doesn't give me enough time. So you're like, huh, what the hell do I do? Or in my case, I actually did get this the first time. I looked to the left and I looked to the right, and I'm like, I'm not even going to try that, because this is clearly necessary to solve the puzzle. So I hit this, and then that caused it to go not quite to where the thing is. So I put it up here, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just go to left here. And now that gave me enough time to just go through. And now I just gotta hit this thing again. And I'm like, brr. And now I got the key. And I got all the things worked out, so I just go to the second area. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So jump on in. Use this. Hopefully nothing's corrupted this time. Checkpoint. And you're like, huh, what's this? I'm just gonna hit this with my Mega Man gun. And I'm gonna hit this one with my Mega Man gun. Oh, so if two overlap, it gets rid of it. That's really important to know. It's a good thing you didn't let me shoot it with the Mega Man gun, or else I would have just died. Actually, I wonder if I can. Nope, can't even shoot it with the Mega Man gun. Because they're like, we don't want you to fall to your death. So this time, we're gonna force you to hit it like a normal person thing. And then you're like, oh, I can't get across this gap. But they know I have the spoopy mask because they designed a level around it. So I'm like, oh god, no. I'm like, crap, I fell. I actually didn't fall the first time, which is kind of funny. So now I'm going to make that go down, and that's actually better. You know, thinking about it, I probably should have done that the first time instead of relying on the mask, because now it's actually an easier thing to do. So now I just jump, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. And you see these little goat masks, then you just climb over here, and you're like, awesome. Here's a little thing. And there's a little goat thing. So if you haven't been paying attention, there's little spectral goats all around the map that are just like hanging out. Doing their thing. You can't go over to where they are, or if you could, there's nothing to gain. But I mentioned before that there was a horn to blow. If you hadn't blown this horn, you would have got here and there would have been nothing here, and you would have been like, fuck! So since we got that horn, you can just go on up here. And yeah. And you're super happy, and you can just go up to there and get the thing. But instead, we're going to go to the right and see if there's anything wrong here. And you're like, huh, this kind of looks like something that you might be able to use a super mask on. You're wrong! This is just the fucking mask that you saw from the really cool, like, goat thing that you saw from before. So you're like, oh, god damn it. And you go over to this side, and you're like, maybe this side has something, because it's like this elegant pathway. And you're like, nope, this is just a goat horn that leads all the way down to your demise. But the cool thing about this is you can just hang off of it, which I think is neat. So then you can, like, grab this, take a picture. You can be like, check it out. It's a Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess fanfiction, because I'm wearing the Majora's Mask and this is Twilight Princess. However, it doesn't have Midna in it, so it's immediately less cool. Midna was the best companion. I'm sorry, Hat Kid. You're cool, but you're not Midna. So then you hit this, and you go up here, and you're like, ah, cool. So now I have the ability to get here. And then you're like, wait, where is it? And then you're like, oh, obviously this is stuff ground that goes away. So you just use this, and you get the whole thing. And that's how you beat the Twilight Bell. And that's how I beat it. And this time it took 14 minutes and 27 seconds. Last time it took 15 minutes and 48 seconds. So I almost did it really, really well the first time. And then this flower appeared, and then the finale happened. And then my recording got deleted, sorry, not deleted, corrupted. Then got deleted by me, because it was corrupted and unusable, and it was just the worst. Anyways, you'll be able to see the infection next time when the illness spreads. Bye, everyone!